Hi everyone, it's Dr. Lacie, Cat Care Center of Baton Rouge. Hope you're doing well. I thought I would take a few moments to discuss some important preventative care on your cats. And today it's going to be the topic of heartworm prevention and flea prevention and parasite control. So remember, at the end of the day, prevention, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And I can't stress this enough. Good preventative care prevents unexpected financial constraints as well as unexpected hospitalizations, trips to the doctor, trips to the vet. Most of our parasite control products are in the cat a topical, and they're most often combined all in one. But there are some pretty important things that I think people don't necessarily realize about cats. Heartworm prevention is a must in our cats. It used to be thought that cats could not get heartworm disease and it was a dog thing. Well, we know now that cats do in fact, even though it's not as common, it's about the incidence in our cat population is anywhere from 5 to 15%. They can get heartworm disease. And in the cat, it's a little bit trickier than the dog. Number one, we do not have a treatment per se. The treatment that we use for our canid companions is toxic to cats, so we cannot do that. So we can only treat symptomatically, which is a little difficult because their disease is often a lung disease. There's not much we can do. So even though the cat is not the definitive host for the heartworm like the dog is, they can get infected and it will cause a pretty significant immune response in them. So again, they only carry 1 to 2 worms, but those 1 to 2 worms can do a lot of damage in a short amount of time. So heartworm prevention is recommended depending on the area you live in. And if you live in the Gulf Coast region, Louisiana being a big one, it is year-round. It is carried by mosquitoes. Mosquitoes are year-round here. Unfortunately, they usually don't die off in the winter because our winters are mild. So I recommend heartworm prevention all year-round, depending on what product you use determines how often you give it. Parasite control is also very important. There are some parasites that our cats can give to our human counterparts, such as our kids, especially if they're petting them, playing around the litter boxes, even though we intend for that not to happen, it does. So it is very important, especially if you have children, whether you do or not, or whether you have someone in your home that has an immunocompromised disease. They need regular parasite control and flea prevention because fleas do carry things that can be transmitted to us. Back in the day, it was the plague and some of these other things, and those are carried by fleas. So even though we don't worry about that so much anymore, part of that is because we do good flea control. So I recommend year-round flea and parasite heartworm control in our cats. There are certain products that I definitely love, and I think it is very important that to find the right product for your cat that you speak with your veterinarian about that. But remember, prevention, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Heartworms, parasites, and fleas are definitely a must to prevent. Have a good day.